Hello and welcome to this video. I'm going to try to play a 15-minute game.
Game started.
Okay, so I'm paired up against this guy here. I'm going to play d4. Start out. So he's playing the Benoni and the Banco. Alright, this is absurd and obviously not the normal line, which is a6. So I'm just going to play knight c3. That should be a normal developing move. So he's neglecting this pawn. This is a really interesting way to play here. I'm going to go ahead and develop, and I don't think I should have any problems here, honestly. Yeah, I really don't. Should just be able to develop normally in this position. I'm going to play this like a classical Benoni, just bishop e2, castles, a4 at some point probably. But I don't foresee any large problems for me. I'm going to want to move this bishop out at some point so I can play a4. But I can play it in this position. a4. This is the move to punish those Benonis or those Banco gambits that are dubious. All those various ways of sacrificing the b pawn. This is the way. This is usually the way to punish those. Just a4, and then what do you do against that? So here, I'll just take with the bishop. This is what I calculated. Is that alright? That seems alright. Let's do that. So I did waste that bishop move. Bishop e2, bishop takes b5. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. So yeah, this is the move that I think does the most active job of trying to punish my opening plan. Should I go ahead and put the question on that bishop right away? It's not even a question really, like black probably has to take. Let's get this out of the way sooner rather than later. I have to watch out for these dark squares after like a knight h4 potentially, or 5, knight h5. I just want to be wary of this diagonal because the fact that this knight is traded off does weaken these central dark squares, so I want to be wary of that. Eventually I'll probably want to push f4 then e5, but that's a long time in the works. First I'll want to kind of shore up my queenside formation. So here, threatening this move away. Yeah, this is the issue with this knight getting traded off. Simple move like that. Have to find some decent way of meeting it. If bishop f4, then knight h5, which is probably an issue for me. Although, actually, let's try bishop f4. I'm not sure about this. I think my instinct was just knight h5 has to be good against this move. But I can just let that sit there, can't I? Because I don't mind him trading this bishop. My queen just will recapture. I don't mind this capture either. If he trades off this fantastic bishop for this knight, that I shouldn't mind that. I get the feeling that I should have punished him a little bit more for his opening. I get the feeling that he's kind of gotten away with something here. I'm still a pawn up to the good, but and something I always want to keep in mind is bishop c6. Bishop e6, knight b5, this maneuver. That could be useful in the future. I just saw that, so I just mentioned it so I can keep that in mind. So, yeah, that is one username. Something 1979 Texas Junior Champ looks like. Huh. It's long. Yeah. My 15-minute rating is not as high as it was. In fact, my 5-minute rating isn't either. But, oh well. Play chess. Play chess as best we can, and the rating will follow, hopefully. Just suffered a series of losses somewhat recently, so that's why my rating has dropped. I'm also still getting used to commentating on my games, so this is why the 15-minute games are much better than, say, 5-minute blitz, where it's really hard to comment on the games and play them at the same time. So this is nice. It's a little more time. I've only used, like 3 minutes, so I'm not yet in time pressure or anything like that. Alright, so knight h5 is played. And I thought here I might just be able to castle. Castle or take the knight on. Yeah. I thought I might even be able to just directly take this knight. Because if I just castle or something, then there's potential knight takes f4, queen takes f4, knight comes to e5. And the knight on e5 is pretty good. You can have stuff like c4, knight d3. Knight entrenches itself on d3, which can be tricky. So maybe I actually take an active step to prevent a knight from getting to that square by first trading off this knight. And I also have the maneuver bishop c6 to think about. I actually don't think that helps me much in this case. Just rook b8 and black's fine. Rook b8, knight b5. That's not too much of an issue. That can always come later. Right now we need to deal with this situation right here. Or maybe just bishop retreats. Bishop retreats to h2. Then maybe f5 is tricky. I don't know. Let's try to preserve the bishop for now. And play from here. I'm a little concerned about f5 because my queen's on f3. For example, take, and then rook has to retake, of course, because if pawn retakes, then I get the knight. But if I take, then rook's instantly on my queen. It's on the d pawn as well. So yeah, this is part of what's giving me the feeling that maybe I could have punished his opening play a bit better, because he is getting counterplay. My setup has enough weaknesses that he's getting some counterplay for the pawn. When ideally you want to, in those kind of dubious Benonis that I played, you want to shut down the counterplay completely. I don't see any direct way that my position is bad yet, so that's a plus. You know, I have the two bishops now, although that advantage probably isn't going to persist for too long. One of the bishops probably is going to end up traded at some point for this d7 knight, either on d7 or on e5. So I don't know. Yeah, I just get a feeling could have done something better. That'll definitely be analyzed after the game. Yeah, so this is the move that I was thinking, f5. And not really sure I have a great response to this, to be perfectly honest. I kind of like not doing anything about it, maybe just castling. And then if takes, then takes with the queen, of course. I'm kind of appealed to that because there's an instant threat of queen e6 check, winning the knight on d7. Yeah, that's pretty appealing. I mean, knight f6, then queens can still deliver the check on e6, and the queen's kind of pesky on e6. Plus, like, it's never bad to get castled, so if I can get castled and then do something else, that's probably good. I still need to connect my rooks right now, because right now there's always that nagging pin on this pawn. It's not really defending this bishop here, if it were to be attacked seriously. So let's try that. We gotta go with our guns at some point. Let's castle here. I was also considering, of course, rook takes. But I don't know. Yeah. Maybe takes queen takes knight e. Ooh. Maybe I should have traded. No. No, maybe I should have traded on d7 before castling. Now takes queen takes knight e5. Now I probably can take that knight with my bishop. Bishop takes. So bishop takes knight, bishop takes knight. And then f4 maybe? Can I get an f4? Is that defended enough? Looks like it. Then I have to watch out for my king though on the diagonal. So yeah, this is the move. This is the move. Unfortunately. Yeah, maybe trade was best. I think I probably definitely want to trade that knight on e5. The knight on e5 is just too good to be true. Too good to be true. I cannot have that on the board. So it's on my queen. Just trade it off. So now here's the position that I want to analyze. Huh. I'm going to want to move my pawn up to b3 at some point. Once I deal with this bishop business, b3, like rooks to b1, maybe c1, bishop to c6, and knight to b5. That's like the optimal setup. And then push the a pawn. That's like the dream Benoni type situation. But first, that situation on the diagonal has to be clarified. So do now? He's still not taking. Let's make a non-committal move then. Either rook b1 or rook e1. Rook b1 so that I can do this, achieve this setup with my minor pieces after like three. You know, rook d1. Rook d1. Or sorry, e1. Yeah, that's almost always going to be a useful move. You know, something that I kind of foolishly didn't notice before, and I'm only seeing now, is that his knight can get very easily to f4, which is a monster square for that knight. It's horrible for me. Horrible. Yeah, see, he's getting this kingside counterplay that's really causing me some issues. And like, I mean, if his queen could come to h4, geez. Rook, bishop, knight, and queen would all be on the attack. You know, currently that's held off by my d-pawn. This type of advance to get his queen here, but geez, if his queen was on h4, that's like a scary attacking setup. Terrifying. h4 or g5, even. Either or. Maybe I should move my queen to d3 at some point. Right now, if he takes this pawn, I obviously have to retake with the queen. If I move to d3, giving a little extra coverage to like this pawn and this stuff over here, c4 and b5. But I also have the advantage that if he takes, I can take with a knight, potentially, if that's useful. Which it might be. I also do want to play rook b1 at some point because of the simple reason that then the knight is free to move because there's no longer this pin here. So then the knight can move to e2, for example, to challenge a knight on f4. I'm still very nervous about that knight, or rook even, to f4 at this point. Probably knight, though. Probably knight is the piece that wants to be there. The rook goes there. That's probably also good, actually, honestly. I'm going to make that move to d3, like I was saying I was going to do earlier. Do I want to move to d3, though, or do I want to move somewhere else? Like e3. No, d3. Giving this knight some protection, pawn. Keeping it off the dark squares. If I go to e3, then I can get harassed by like bishop d5 or bishop d4, and it's just crapshoot. I don't know. I have that queenside passer, that a4 pawn, just really aching to be moved down the board. I'm always going to be in this type of position considering the exchange sack on e5. Just because that's a really entrenched bishop. It's causing me a lot of problems. It's an attacking piece. It's causing me problems on both of its main diagonals. It's a monster piece. And so if I can get rid of it, and while doubling and isolating his pawns, maybe that's a good exchange sack. So that's always going to be in the cards. Of course, now it's not. So ideally here, I would just make the move. What's the square? 92. Sorry, it's late. And I'm wondering now if I can make this move tactically. Normally it would be pinned on the B pawn, but if I move 92, can I make this move tactically? So knight here. If takes pawn right away. If takes pawn right away. Pawn takes, rook takes, knight takes rook. Or sorry, here, bishop takes pawn. Knight takes rook. Knight takes knight. Queen moves and attacks the bishop. So that's tactically possible with the immediate take of the pawn. The immediate take of the pawn doesn't work. So here, that leaves moves like what? He doesn't have knight g3 ideas because I can just take it with the queen. It's fine. So that's off the cards. I do have to... Ooh, wait, that pawn's hanging. Of course. Of course. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Stupid. Okay. Oh, and the most convenient move to defend it is rook right where I want to put the knight. That is a good move on his part. I give him credit for that move. Congratulations. You can play chess. Oof. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And here's why. Nothing too profound. Just simply doubling rooks. I'm going to defend this pawn while trying to double rooks on load up on this weak pawn in the back. We're getting to be low on time, so this is going to end up being one of those. Basically, it's, you have this 15-minute game, nice and relaxing in theory, and then just another blitz. Just another blitz. He's really putting a lot of pressure on me. That is intense stuff that's going on. In case you didn't know. This is intense stuff. Oh, look there. It was either that or like knight. But this rook needs to get over before the knight comes over. Because the rook belongs on over here. If the knight moves, stiff block, you're just underdeveloping and blocking the rook's path. Time is pretty much exactly equal. I'm really hoping. I mean, like, this move looks really tempting if you don't see the queen, because you fork the rooks tactically. But of course, the queen can just take. Knight g3. Knight g3. No, he's not going to make that move. Still, now more than ever, actually, this maneuver, this bishop here, knight here, knight b5, is good, because now this bishop really is the pain in my butt. This bishop is absolutely a hugely problematic piece for me. One piece on the board I want to eliminate is that bishop. Without a doubt, it's causing me huge issues. And it's really hard to get rid of. It's surprisingly difficult. He's playing it well. I'm gonna be up on time if he plays it like this. So let's go ahead. Um, I'm also considering bishop here, and bishop d7, with the idea of bishop e6. And the idea that maybe, hopefully, that's unpleasant. Let's try it. He can't play rook. He can't triple rooks right away. Of course. Because that's just death for him right away. Yeah, I mean, he could do this. This is pretty obviously reasonable. Hit the queen. I don't know. Yeah, this is an issue. I don't know. I have to move quickly at this point. I have a time edge. I can press him for a time. On time. I can definitely press him on time. This pawn is double pinned. It's pinned vertically and it's pinned laterally. Which is, it's not great. Not gonna lie. Not great. I don't know. I definitely made some mistakes in this game. Mistakes were made. I honestly, at this point, trade. It's a pretty simple goal. I want to trade pieces, so this knight
Check.
is first step. So I missed this one. Missed this one. God damn. Do we have something tricky like king moves and knight here? Let's try it. So you're just going to want to take that back right here. I have the checks on this file, maybe? If it comes down to it. This pawn's defended for now, the rook. Aye! Aye! Come on now. Ah! Come on, just take the rook. God damn it, take the rook and you're winning. Ah! Oh! Oh, that's horrible. Just take the rook. Ah. Look at this. You just win a piece. Oh, I knew it. Ah. That was idiotic. Absolutely idiotic. But the game itself was interesting enough. Definitely, I think, to post on my channel, so I will do that. I'm just going to briefly analyze right now. So here, d6 is just poor. d6, knight c3, here, here, here. So we're all playing like the best lines given. Yeah, I probably should have just played a4 right here. a4 right here, or bishop d3 and then h3. Play bishop e2. Should be alright. a4 is alright. This is all alright. I guess I should just castle here, and if castle, whoops. If castles, what if knight here? Just queen back to e2, covering everything. And then eventually I'm going to hit f4. And it's been kind of useless. And this maneuver can happen right now, like we talked about. Or it can be delayed with like bishop d2, which makes sense. On the rook, defense from the bishop. So that would have been good, just a castle there. Instead I played bishop here, which isn't necessary. Like that's a ghost of a threat. Is knight e3 or knight e5. Not a real threat. Knight here, which he plays, bishop back. I played. Okay, f5. I was wondering just how to deal with this. Turns out just take. After rook takes, I'm curious. I suppose just queen e3. That's fine. I have this square well covered, so if knight here, I can just play f4. Yeah, this is sweating for me. So I guess I should have taken, but this isn't too much worse. Here, I took. So actually, this is a fair amount worse. Yeah, knight e5, and then I'm kind of. He gets a really great attacking position. Is the thing that gives him compensation. He ends up getting this really nice attack. So yeah, I should have probably played this move with the same idea, just a bit sooner. So after here, support that companion pawn. And this is good for me. This is a good position. I missed that move. Instead, I'm trying to trade off that knight. That's not great. But now it's actually good for me. Again, I get in position with a small edge. So here I was wondering what the best way to deal with this was. I saw this tactical means that this could work. And it does. I'm not down the piece that, I'm not down the amount that it seems that I am, material-wise, like a whole piece. I'm in fact ahead a slight amount. But it turns out here is better. Because takes, and then the interference move here. Yeah, I missed that interference move. I was actually looking at it, and I just like miscounted the material. Like bishop, whoops, gets bishop, gets rook, gets rook, gets rook. But then, so he's winning the exchange, but then I got this piece here for free because the bishop's coming back, safe. So I'm gonna end up netting a pawn from that whole thing. And plus this outside pass pawn, this should be a 1-1. So I missed that. Takes here. And of course, this blunder. this obvious blunder. Well, what a game. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you.